Hello, back again, and in this tutorial we will resume from the previous tutorial, and in addition to that, in this tutorial we will use the package name animation rigging. I will write it here, and package name is animation rigging. This is the package name that you will make use of. Again, to show you what this does is that if this for instance, let's uncheck the enemies. So this is our player character, and when we click here, that is our gun. We first of all we went to Sketchfab, and inside Sketchfab we simply downloaded the gun. So if you see gun, you will I downloaded this ice gun. It looked cool, and it was only 3k triangles and 1.2k vertices, which is very less, which is not that much less for super competitive or super optimized studios, but it is doable for the for something realistic in a one-man budget game. As a developer, means you can use it. For me it's okay. So I downloaded it. You can simply download it here, and then once it's downloaded you can import it. You can import it in your game, and once it's in the game, then you will make then you will I will show you first what this animation rigger will do. So this is your gun, and when you move it up and down, so if I say that let's say I move it, so here I move it. Sorry, this point, if I move it, you can see his hand is moving up and down like this, and idle animation is being played too. So this is his hand, and this is moving according to this point, even though this idle animation is being played already. So what this means is, so this is the animation that is being played, and even though this animation is being played, I will show you what it means. So if I press tab to run again, as you can see, character has started to walk, as you can see, and no matter what animation is being played, is left hand. Again, I'll pause it, and I will double click here again and press F again. So no matter which animation, as you can see, for this right hand, this is sticked, this is pretty much packed with this gun, and no matter this run animation is played, this idle animation is played, this dance animation is played, his hand will always remain stick with this gun. So we used this uh, we used this animation rigging package to achieve this, and it took only 2 minutes or less to set this up with our previous state where I left in the last tutorial. So to show you, you can simply, first thing you need is the package. So you go to Window Package Manager. Inside here you type animation. This is the animation rigging project. You will install it from here, and once this package is installed, simply I will show you from the uh, previous scene that we had here. So we will go to scene, nav mesh surface 1, and here in this scene, as you can see, there is no gun in this scene. So first thing that we will do is import the gun in the scene, and we placed this is the gun, stylized pistol, this is the name. So if you see it, uh, this is the model, and if you see this model, it looks something like this. So what we gotta do is simply drag and drop this into your runner character. So this is our main player, and we will drag and drop this gun inside inside this one, inside this. So here is the gun, as you can see. So let's place it so that gun is in his right hand. Right now gun is little bit big. You can set it according to your needs. So for me the gun looks fine, so but I will reduce a bit so it's bit proportionate to the size, and I will place it here. So for this animation rigging, right now when I will play the game, as you can see the animation will play and the hand will not follow the animation. Now right now idle is being played, and when I will press tab to run, and obviously this won't work. So if I uncheck this enemies, and as you can see hand will keep on playing that running animation, and it will his hands will not be on the trigger of this gun that we just imported. So to fix this we will make use of animation rigger object, animation rigging package, and first thing we need is a rig builder component on animator controller. So this is our game object with the animator controller on it. Here we will add rig builder. Yes, rig builder. This is the name of rig builder, and as you will see this showed up rig layers, and since we don't have rig layers right now, what we will do is move on to next step where we have to create a rig layer named child game object. Again this is advised directly from the Unity docs. So what we will do is create a game layer inside this armchair. So let's call it create empty, and here we will call it as a rig layer, and inside rig layer we will place the gun, and now drag and drop this rig layer game object onto the onto the rig builder. So right now we will head over to this rig layer, and inside we will put this rig layer game object, sorry, inside this we will. So first thing here we will add a rig component to this, and now we will drag and drop our rig layer, and another thing that we will add is add here we will add a component named, either you can add here or you can add directly on the game object, so whichever suits you best. Since the since this gun has pivot not on the trigger and we want his hand to be on this trigger, so what we'll do is create an empty game object, and we will rename it as trigger point. So we will place this down like this and this. Now if you see, it's directly placed on the trigger, and inside this trigger point component what we will do is add a rig transform oh sorry, we will add two bone IK constraint. Yeah, two bone IK constraint, and it's important that in root you put shoulder, then elbow, and then hand here. So in our case we want right shoulder here, so I will type shoulder, and this is our shoulder, and if I this is our shoulder, sorry. So this shoulder we will place it in our 2K in our two bone IK constraint, and here we go, right shoulder, and then we will select forearm and put it here, and inside tip there will be his hands, right hand middle, and in the sources object there will be a target. And what will the target be? Target will be this point where it is where it should where his hand should be. So right now when we play this game, so as you can see, his hand doesn't reach the gun right now because the gun is too far away. So we will pause the game and place the gun a little closer like this, scale a bit less like this, and do it like this so it's visible. And now when we play the game, we'll see how it looks. It's still not on the trigger, so we will move it further like this, and let's copy the component back again to stylized pistol and paste component values here. And right now this is the gun position, and when you let's uncheck this enemy so it won't bother right now with the our current system. And now when we press play, as you can see, the gun is almost perfectly on the hand. It's still little far away, so what we can do, but if you look from this view, it's look perfectly fine, our gun. And even if the animation system is working fine as well, and this is our run our character running. And if we pause the game, and if I show you, his hand almost reaches the trigger point just fine. Trigger point should be little bit further. As we see, we pointed the trigger point a bit further, and now it's perfectly fine. So let's pause again and see his hand, what is his hand doing. So it's like this. It's almost fine, I guess, but for further sake we can see if his hand reaches here, so we will push this little further, and now if you see, his hands looks better. And yeah, his hand is perfectly on the trigger right now. So we will copy this trigger point, and again this is the optimization game, so more you optimize it closer to the trigger, better it will be. So for me it's perfectly fine in the current state. I will try to close it here, put the gun a little bit back as like this, and a bit further like this, and put the trigger point a bit here. And now if you play the game, let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's not exactly there as it should be. So if we push the trigger point a little like this and a little like this, or rotate it like this, uh, whatever works best. I think this is fine, this setting right here. Or if you are a perfection freak, uh, you can do something like this. Again, more you play with it, better you will become. So this is the trigger point, and do something like this or this. I will copy this component here, right here. Copy component, go it back, press it here back, and paste component values. And right now I will play it again. So this looks perfect from this view, and it looks perfect from this view as well. And when we press tab, when the animation changes, our shooting things look still fine as well. So this is how it should be. And it looks fine. So I will save it here, and before saving, let's save it and let's play it once again to see how it feels. So this is how it feels, and it looks great. Another thing that I noticed right now was whenever it collided with these two, plus 10 and minus 10, what would happen is the our character would stop moving would stop moving in both directions. You can check it. Right now it moves to left, but it doesn't go back unless it hits the wall. And to sum this issue, we will look that in further in next tutorial. For now, bye bye.